Welcome to Road Atlanta and the season finale of the IMSA WeatherTech Championship. It's Petit Le Mans. This is the 18th year of what has become one of the most celebrated endurance events in the world. Petit Le Mans has witnessed some of the greatest racing and racing moments in sports car racing. BMW will field 4 M6 race cars in this year's Petit Le Mans, 2 in the GTD category and 2 in the ultra-competitive GTLM class. The M6 is all new this season and has seen success, winning at GTD at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park and the Circuit of the Americas. Hello everybody, I'm John Hindhaugh and once again I'm behind the wheel of a very, very lovely automobile. This is the BMW M6 Coupe and I'm headed down pit lane here at Road Atlanta to pick up my next interviewee. And as I'm in a BMW, who else could I possibly have other than Bill Auberlen? Now, he should be down here at the BMW Roundel, so let's just pull in to the pit lane and say good afternoon to one of my all-time heroes. Bill Auberlen, you ready for a ride? Come on in.
Come on, let me in.
All right, you jump in. You should know this car better than I do.
Oh my gosh, I love this car.
How you doing, fella?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you for doing this. Right, well, let's get past this row of some of your competitor cars.
That's it.
Bill, you're a brave man. Thank you for doing this. Let's talk about the M6 as we're sitting in one at the moment. An incredible start to the racing career for a car in its first season of development. Has it shocked even you? You're a BMW guy down to your roots.
So imagine, I've been with BMW now for 21 years. That's a long career, by the way.
That's
all right?
a hugely
it's
long
like,
career.
And every year the cars get better and better. When you think BMW can't do it any better, it gets even better. Out comes the M6. More downforce, huge power, twin turbo engine. It has been out of the box so reliable, and we've basically finished every single lap of the racing season with the exception of Lime Rock, where my teammate got crashed out by the Porsche. We don't want to talk about that too much, but the car has been flawless for the entire year.
A little bit of clean-up going on here at Road Atlanta after the previous race. Down through the S's here, fantastic signature part really of the circuit. Taking a little bit of curb on the left-hand side, then you get the car straightened up over the straight piece of curb before down through the gearbox and into 5. This is a challenging track build, turns like 5, where you can't see the apex, the exit, rather, of the corner. You've got to believe that the circuit's still there.
You have to we have to believe the circuit's still there. I'm sure it's probably there. You have to believe in your car. Is that thing going to grip? The cars now stick so good with the Michelin tires and the downforce that the cars are generating now. You flick them in with reckless abandon. Turn 6 like here, you just send it in there. Look at that. The sun is coming down.
That's amazing.
It is beautiful. Then you set up here, like you said, turn 7, and now you feel the twin turbo of this M6. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
There
gotta
it is.
love that. I can't have you in the car at this part of the track and not ask you about 2000 and the big flip. What do you remember about that?
I remember that was a year, if you remember, everybody in Le Mans, the Mercedes were flipping. This was a time when the cars had huge floors, flat floors, not diffusers and all that, and big giant wings, and all the aerodynamics was made on the front nose and the rear wing. And once we knew that these cars were able to flip, when you got behind somebody, BMW told me, hey, you cannot drive very close to somebody. That was our kind of how we had to do it. You couldn't get too close. I came out of turn 7. We were right in the front of the race, and Petit Le Mans in that BMW V12 LMR, which was an amazing machine.
Great car, one of my favorites.
Down the straightaway I go. I'm behind an Olive Garden car, remember, at that time? And I was really close to him, and I thought, oh, that's not a great place to be. And I felt the buffeting on my helmet, and I thought, oh, not good. And the car just takes off. Off we go, straight up in the air. When I was young, I used to race motocross. That's where I came from, motorcycles. And if ever the motorcycle was going to go over backwards, it was simple. You hit the brakes, the front end comes right down. This is what I told myself. If that front end ever went up, I'd hit the brakes, the front end's going to come right back down. The car goes up, way up in the air. And as it does a big flip, I get this G-force, I get bent over, so I don't see where I'm going. And I'm thinking, man, just don't go head in because I'll lose my head and I'll be even uglier than I am now. So that wouldn't be good. The car makes it all the way over, lands on the wheels, breaks all the wheels off, and keeps on going. Not only did I not lift, the motor was, everything was still making full. I was still flat out on the gas.
You're kidding me?
Oh no, I never lifted, never even lifted. You just go 2 feet in and freak out and try to hang on.
Oh my God. That's a phenomenal story. How do you get back in a car after that? Because that's a big off. I remember you walking back to the pits and talking to Joe Bradley, our pit lane reporter then, for what was then the LMS radio web, and recounting in detail that story. How do you get back in a car after that? And how do you come back here and be fast again?
I have a brain the size of a peanut. I'm not smart. That's ultimately what to keep going fast, you have to have no fear. You have to have nothing that makes you think that you have a sense of being hurt or whatever. And I just get into that thing and I do it every single time. I want to be as fast as I can be. And I never care about crashing or getting hurt. One day, if my day comes, I've already had a few good ones. It happens. It is what it is. I love this sport. Every single day, I beat the alarm clock to wake up and get to this track or to get any track. I just love it so much.
Quick final one. If you were telling me about this track, what do you need to be fast round here? Obviously, same as any track, you've got to be consistent, you've got to be smooth, but where's the real key to Road Atlanta?
I know this is going to seem really like it only makes sense. You need a very strong front end going through all the fast corners. So as soon as I get down to turn 12, 1, the S's, 5, anything with speed, I need something that really turns on that nose sharp and hope you have enough downforce in the back to just hang on to the rear. Once I slow it down, turn 7 and turn 10B, I need mega rear grip for traction. If you can make high-speed front end and low-speed rear end, you've got this track licked.
That's easy to say, but that's a heck of a job to work with your engineers to make that happen, because every racetrack is about compromise, and we've got that super fast back straight here.
You got and that's the only place you're really going to pass. It gets so tight in the S's that it becomes near impossible to pass through the S's. You want to make a move you want to have a high-speed move coming out of 12 into 1, or coming down into 10 in the brake zone. If you got a fast car down there, you're going to be good to go. I mean, we've won it here before, like in the GTR. We've been on this podium a ton. It's now time to take that BMW M6 GT LM and catapult it to the top step of the podium.
Bill, you've been tremendous. Thank you very much. Never flinched once either. If you want to know more about ZF and ZF Motorsports, find us on the web, zf.com, or like us on Facebook at ZF Motorsports. I'm John Hindhaugh, he's Bill Auberlen, and you'll find us at the track.